हेलो फ्रेंड्स, इस वीडियो लिंक में हम लोग वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ के बारे में अध्ययन करेंगे। तो हमारी जो हेडिंग है वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ फॉर यूनिफॉर्म मोशन। वेलोसिटी टाइम ग्राफ फॉर मोशन, गति के लिए वेग और समय ग्राफ। When an object has uniform motion, when an object has uniform motion, it moves with uniform velocity v. It moves with uniform velocity v in the same fixed direction. In the same fixed direction. So the velocity time graph for uniform motion. So the velocity time graph for uniform motion is a straight line parallel to the time axis. Is a straight line parallel to the time axis. And it becomes time, and on y-axis velocity with uniform motion. It becomes parallel to the x-axis. Area under the velocity time graph, this time t1 and time t2, we take perpendicular area under the velocity time graph, area under the velocity time graph between time t1 and t2, between time t1 and t2. Area of rectangle ABCD, area of rectangle ABCD, area of rectangle ABCD equal AD into DC, AD into DC, that is AD into T2 minus T1. It means velocity into time taken, and that is equal to displacement. Hence the area under the velocity time graph, hence the area under the velocity time graph gives the displacement of the object, gives the displacement of the object in the given time interval. In the given time interval. Velocity time graph for uniformly accelerated motion. Velocity time graph for a uniformly accelerated motion. When a body moves with a uniform acceleration, when a body moves with a uniform acceleration, its velocity changes by equal amount. Its velocity changes by equal amounts in equal interval of time. In equal interval of times. So the velocity time graph for a. So the velocity time graph for a uniformly accelerated motion is a straight line. Motion is a straight line inclined to the time axis. Inclined to the time axis, and the graph becomes in this form. This is a time axis, and this is a velocity. Velocity. Here is the v0 and velocity v1 and v2, and it becomes a straight line inclined to the time axis. We put perpendicular from v1 and this theta, and we take perpendicular on the time axis. Speed is delta v equal v2 minus v1, and this is t1 t2, delta t equal t2 minus t1. Then slope of velocity time graph AB, slope of velocity time graph for line AB equal tan theta, and tan theta equal QR upon PR. QR upon PR. QR upon PR means V2 minus V1 upon T2 minus T1. It becomes acceleration. Distance covered as area under the velocity time graph. Distance covered as area. Distance covered as area under the velocity time graph. Under the velocity time graph. Area under the velocity time graph AB area under the velocity time graph AB equal area of trapezium, equal area of trapezium OABD. The graph becomes, this is time axis and this is velocity axis. Here is original velocity and it becomes final velocity V. Then it becomes a straight line, and at point this is time t2 and t2 and the line is A B. So area of trapezium OABD, OABD, OABD. Area of trapezium OABD equal average of 1/2 OA plus BD, 1/2 OA plus BD or into OD, it becomes 1/2 V0 plus V or into time t minus 0. Average velocity into time interval equal average velocity into time interval. Hence the area under the velocity time graph, hence the area under the velocity time graph gives the distance traveled by the object, gives the distance traveled by the object in the given time interval, in the given time interval. analyzing nature of motion from various graphs. Analyzing nature of motion from various types of graphs. For a body at rest. For a body at rest. For a body at rest, the distance time graph is a straight line AB. The distance time graph AB is a straight line. As the slope of AB is 0, as the slope of AB is 0, so the speed of body is 0. So the speed of body is 0. The graph is in the form. On x-axis, this is a time graph, time, and this is a distance AB. Here AB is parallel to the time axis. For a body moving with uniform speed, for a body moving with uniform speed, the distance time graph is a straight line. The distance time graph is a straight line inclined to the time axis. Inclined to the time axis. The graph becomes, this is a time axis, and on y-axis is a distance, and this is a OB line. The distance time graph represent accelerated motion. Figure number 3. The distance time graph the distance time graph represent the accelerated motion. Represent the accelerated motion. Because slope of graph is decreasing, slope of graph is increasing with time? Because slope of graph is increasing with time, and the graph is in this form. The distance time graph represent, number 4, the distance time graph represents decelerated motion, because slope of graph is decreasing. Because slope of graph is decreasing with time, and the graph is in this form. If the distance time graph is a straight line, parallel to the distance axis, AB, it represents infinite speed, which is not possible. It represents infinite speed, which is not possible. The distance covered by a body cannot decrease with increase of time. The distance covered by a body cannot decrease with increase of time. Cannot decrease with increase of time. So the distance time graph, distance time graph is not possible. Different types of displacement time graph.